But today, I'm the greatest of all time. Thank you.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'll ever stop it.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top,
I'm always flirting with pain, she likes to hurt me and maim. I'm always working to change, but she's still lurking the same. I keep on building a dynasty while the haters be trying me, but they hate from inside.
All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Unscripted here on the Elite Sports and Entertainment Network. Also, we're going to be having live on the Roku channel for Northeast Streaming Sports. Also, be sure to go follow them on Roku, on X, Twitter, and also be sure to go check them out over there. They've had some issues with Facebook here, so their page has unfortunately been taken down. Hoping to maybe get that, rectified and put back up here in the meantime. But for now, they are still having their shows go out live on those two channels, Roku and Twitter. So go over there, check that out, and be sure to support them. And I believe they're also on YouTube as well. So go over there and show them some love. Well, join me here today to talk about the 2024 NBA Award Prediction Show. Who we think is going to take home the hardware. As always, my guy, Jay McLovin. What's going on, Jay?
Hey, I am doing well. I'm in my new studio now, getting acclimated to it, having fun. We got a lot going on, obviously. We're going to talk some NBA stuff. And obviously, as you guys know, man, this is the upcoming draft on the 25th. 3 days away, Logan. I am so pumped, bro. So pumped.
Jay, you are not kidding, my friend. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a fun time. And if you want to check out me and Jay talking some draft, NFL draft, you can go over to 100 Yards of Football, Sports Talk Radio, another network that we're doing some work for, helping out over there. They're going to be doing a live draft reaction show. Me and Jay are going to be on it from 7:30 Eastern until the conclusion of the first round. So you get hours upon hours of me and Jay talking with a bunch of other great minds over there. Former NFL draft scout Daniel Kelly is going to be there providing his insight. We also have Mr. William Yanish III, great writer for FirstRoundMock.com. And, of course, the head honcho over there, Mr. Football, the football encyclopedia himself, Mr. Football Vincent Turner, going to be doing our full round one draft predictions and also reactions. It's going to be a fun time, Jay. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I just want to say a shout out to Vincent for allowing me to hang out with you guys.
I know, man.
It's been a lot of fun. So just want to say another big thank you to Vincent for allowing me to participate.
Of course. And if you guys want to check us out on social media, you can gladly do so. The following links here: Facebook, X, TikTok, YouTube, and on Twitch. We're also on LinkedIn as well. Check us out over there. Be sure to give us a follow. And if you want to connect with us, get on the network. That's the best way to do so. Go over there and shoot us a DM. We'll get back to you in a timely manner. Well, Jay McLovin, as you know, the playoffs are underway in the NBA finally for pretty much every single team at this point at the time of this recording. And now it's time to we'll turn our attention to the award show. Now, also, let's remember, everyone out there, the playoffs do not count in this. You sometimes wish they did, but they do not. This is solely based on regular season performance. So, Jay, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the award of the year, starting off with the coach of the year. Now, coach of the year, we'll kind of work our way up to it. But when you look at Coach of the Year, there's a lot of people who deserve this. Obviously, you've got Mark Dagnall over there doing some great work at Oklahoma City. Brought them, Jay, to the number one seed in the West. And, I mean, my God, who would have ever thought that? Helping him out. I mean, he's doing a solid job over there. Also, you have, of course, in Boston, Mr. Joe Mazzulla. We know what they've done out there as well. And then also you see on the screen, or as you see in the predictions and whatnot, you've also got guys like out in Orlando. You've got Jamal Mosley. And then, of course, how could you forget, Jay? Minnesota Timberwolves doing some good work in Chris Finch. So a few guys there, but who do you think ultimately comes away with this award? For me, it's a close race between two teams, two coaches, and for me, I think the award definitely goes out west. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely think, I don't think it's even a close call that it goes out west. Number one, congratulations to Chet Holmgren and the OKC Thunder, man. Compared to what they did last year, or where they were at last year and where they are this year, is just insanity to me. I mean, I don't know how you go from worst to first in one season. Is incredible. And if I hope I say his name right, Diagonal. That guy,
he doesn't win it.
You know, because here's the thing with Boston, right? They got rid of a couple of guys, but they brought in this guy. But the problem with Boston is why I don't think he should get it is Boston's already great. They've already been to the dance. They've got the same people as the dance. So there's not really a whole lot of improvement you could possibly do with the Boston Celtics that could even come in the realm of comparison to what Oklahoma City has done from last year to this year. Is stupidity. And I wouldn't be surprised if they even win the damn trophy. I mean, and Shea Alexander,
he's been tremendous, man. I mean, and we'll talk about him a little bit later, but I think this one definitely needs to go to Mark Daigneault. If it doesn't, I don't know what to tell you, man. Chris Finch also, I mean, shouts out to him doing some great work in Minnesota. Obviously they had a great season. And also, let's not forget, man, we have to show love out in the East, going over to Orlando with Jamal Mosley. I mean, my God, when was the last time the Magic were relevant? Now they're in the playoffs. So shout out to all those great coaches. A lot of good candidates here, but I think ultimately it has to go to Mark Daigneault and OKC Thunder. If it doesn't, that's a crying shame. It really is. All right, well, Jay, we're going to go now to the Clutch Player of the Year. Relatively new award that they've added here in recent seasons. But when you look at Clutch Player of the Year, the following are going to be your finalists here. We've got, of course, Steph Curry. We've got DeMar DeRozan. And as you just mentioned, we've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So Clutch Player is someone who, look, man, when the buzzer's getting low, give them the ball, and they will come and shine. They will do their thing. Who do you think will take this one? Like I said, kind of a newer award, but overall, I think it's a pretty good idea.
No, I actually like this award because it really does highlight when a player is just that type of guy, right? I mean, in all honesty, I think the Clutch Player of the Year should just be renamed Michael Jordan.
The Michael Jordan Award.
Michael Jordan Award for the Clutch, because you know how clutch Michael Jordan was. I mean, who identified? If you look up the word Clutch Player in the dictionary, I swear to God, it's Michael Jordan's face. If anybody, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely Michael. So that's what I think about a clutch guy. Steph Curry is that guy, right? I mean, you can't tell me a time when you don't want to put the ball in his hands at the 3-point line. I mean, this guy is stupid. Like, he is stupid good. Not to knock off Shai Alexander. I mean, the guy is great. 30 points a year. He's great. He's good, but he hasn't done quite enough to get that award like what Steph has. Steph will close his damn eyes, hit a 3-pointer, laugh at you, and then have his mouth guard diagonally in his mouth as he chews going down the court. I mean, how much do you need in that? You know what I'm saying?
No, and to me, it's a toss between. I would say I want to show some love to DeMar DeRozan as well, because we know the Bulls as a team didn't do a whole lot. But if it wasn't for DeRozan, this team would have been a top 5 pick in the draft. I mean, let's be real here with all the injuries they had. And when I was looking at it, DeRozan's had a good season overall when it comes to just in clutch moments, right? He's made 64 free throws in the clutch. That's what you need. 53 of 106 shooting is what I'm seeing here. 177 total points. But I would say it's between those two. Shai obviously just had, a buzzer beater or a clutch moment the other night helped give OKC the win with about 30 seconds or some odd left. So another good case for him. Unfortunately, wouldn't count, but I would kind of lean with Curry also, just because. I mean, look, dude, that team didn't do a whole lot this year, and it would have been even worse without him. That's legitimate with the unfortunate decline of Klay Thompson as a player, and just Chris Paul kind of hanging out, honestly. So I would give it to Curry.
The thing to remember is when you think about clutch player, it's not how good your team is in the standings, because you can be the best player on your team. Like, look, take Wembanyama. Look what he's doing. But yet his Spurs suck. But you can't tell Wembanyama is not a clutch guy. I mean, so I always take that out of the equation, where that team sits in the standings. I want to look at where they are in their minutes played, in their shots, in their field goal percentages, because that field goal percentage to me is really the biggest thing ever, right? If you get a high field goal percentage, then you're damn sure a clutch guy. You're damn sure the guy that they want the rock in their hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to see who takes that award away. Once again, one of the newer awards they've added in recent seasons. We're going to go with an old reliable one here, Jay, and one that I always think is fun. That's the most improved player. Got a lot of candidates here. But when you look at most improved players overall, you're going to see guys like Kobe White. You're going to see Jalen Williams. You're going to see also your guy from your team, the Rockets, Alfred Sengun, Kobe White, as I mentioned, and also Tyrese Maxey. So it's a pretty stacked class, to be honest with you, man. Who takes away the award for most improved?
Yeah, for me, Sengun, I don't know if he really gets this award, because I've watched Sengun for a while now, and he's been good. I don't know if he's improved greatly. Like, he's already playing at a great level, but I don't know if he's taken that complete next step to go to the elite level. Like, he's great, but I don't think he's taking the step to get to the elite. And when he gets to the elite level, that's when I would put him at the most improved. So since he hasn't quite gotten to that, in my opinion, he hasn't quite gotten there yet. I'm looking at the toss-up between Kobe White and or Tyrese Maxey. And I'm going to lean toward Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese is averaging 25.9, 3 and 6 assists. And then Kobe White's giving you 19, 4.5, and 5.1 on the rebounds and assists. So I really think that Maxey's numbers are just so much better, with the exception of the rebounds. I mean, that's really the only one that he lost. He lost about 1.5 to Kobe White, but he's got him in every other category. He's got it by 10 points, over Kobe White. So, I mean, I like Kobe White, but I'm giving this to Tyrese Maxey. And for me, it's not close.
Yeah, for me, I think both these guys that you mentioned held it down for their teams. Chicago with Lonzo out for the year, Zach LaVine out for the year. Kobe White really became kind of that number 1, number 2 option there with DeRozan and Vucevic. And he really improved his game, like I said, averaging kind of closer to 20 points a game and whatnot, and doing good roles as a point guard as he should. But when Joel Embiid, when the last year's league MVP went down, I get that ultimately Philadelphia didn't finish at the standing they wanted to, per se. However, Tyrese Maxey has been a guy on the rise, I would say, for the last 2 or 3 years. Really, ever since he got drafted, you've kind of seen potential. But this year, he really ramped it up. So I'm with you, man. I think that Tyrese Maxey overall is just a tremendous player. But I see, big things for both him and Kobe White, and also Sengun. We have him in our intro, so we have a lot of love for him as well out there in H-Town. So we'll see what happens. But so far, yeah, I think so far these are pretty much in agreement so far. Let's keep it moving though. Let's keep talking, Jay. Let's go to the sixth man, one of the best ones, I think, one of the fun ones. The Sixth Man of the Year award, one that's been hailed for generation to generation. Who's the best guy coming off the bench? So when you look this year, who are going to be your finalists for the Sixth Man of the Year? Obviously, we're going to start off with Malik Monk out there in Sacramento, followed by Bobby Portis of the Milwaukee Bucks, and finishing it off with Naz Reid of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So who do you have, Jay, being the guy off the bench to really guide you to victory, to help out and win this award ultimately?
Yeah, it's a good group of guys, right? For me, it's Naz Reid. It really is Naz Reid. With the T-Wolves, he's giving you 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 1.5 assists a game. He's giving you 24 minutes and 81 games, Logan. I mean, this guy is the dependable guy to come off the bench. He's consistent. He doesn't get injured very often, and he's always out there. And I always said the best ability is availability, Logan. He put 31 points on the Lakers. He put 23 points on Toronto. He put 25 on Houston, and it just goes up and up and up. I mean, this guy's always averaging double digits in the points category, and he gives you also the rebounds and such. So, I mean, and I think that's kind of what's really helped out this Timberwolves team, is to have a guy that can come off the bench that's got some height to him to keep that down low or to keep those other bigs off their game. So I really like this guy. He's a very good guy to come off the bench and keep your defense in check and keep your points coming.
Yeah, I think that he was ultimately a big factor in how well Minnesota did this year. There's a reason why they were ultimately, top seed in the West, and that's because of his play. Sacramento, they had a little bit of a down year this year, but Malik Monk kept them in check. For sure. And then Bobby Portis has always just been kind of Mr. Reliable out there in Milwaukee. He's always there to get you a bucket or to get you a good stop on defense. We know Milwaukee struggled as a squad, but he did good work off the bench. And then also when you look at this team, Naz Reid, I think, was a crucial factor in games that maybe Cat didn't play well or Ant didn't do good or Gobert was more so focused on defense than scoring. I think Naz Reid will take this award, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a close one. But I would say between him and Malik Monk, those are the main two there. Bobby Portis had a good year, but I think those are the main two candidates when you look at it all in all. All right, Jay, let's keep it moving here. Let's go ahead and talk about let's go ahead and talk about the Defensive Player of the Year. So when you look at Defensive Player of the Year, you've got guys like Bam Adebayo coming out of Miami. You have Rudy Gobert, who's been racking up award after award in this category forever. And you have a guy who we're going to talk about in a moment here, Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs. So it's interesting, Jay. We have a lot of good players here, a lot of good defensive stalwarts. But ultimately, who do you think takes home the Defensive Player of the Year? You got Gobert. Mm-hmm. Do you have Wembanyama potentially even stealing it? Or would you go with Bam Adebayo out in Miami?
Yeah, I think Wembanyama's already stole it, and I don't think it's even close. No, it's not. It is close. I'm not going to say that. It is close. A lot of people are going to say Rudy Gobert. The third guy, I don't even care about the third guy. It's between Rudy Gobert and it was a homer or something. I don't care. This is between strictly Gobert and Wembanyama. These are the two studs on the defensive side of the ball that are doing it well for their team. And I got to be honest with you, the defensive rating for Gobert is at 104 even, and the defensive rating for Wemby is at 105.8. So he has a higher rating than Gobert. But the biggest thing for me, why I think Wembanyama takes it over Gobert, is that the Spurs' defensive rating is actually 11.5 points lower when Wembanyama is on the court. So, I mean, I'm just trying to tell you, look, the Spurs, they're in last. T-Wolves, but the Spurs don't really have a whole lot. I mean, it really is. It is the Wembanyama show out there, and it really is nobody else. So he's really carrying his team on his back. It's a good back to be carried on. I got to be honest with you. But no, I think with the number of blocks and steals, this guy, this ain't even the blocks and stuff. I mean, the blocks that this guy's getting is ridiculous. It's like what? I think it's like 2 to 3 blocks a game. I mean, it's just incredible what he's doing. And so for that reason, I give it to Wembanyama.
Yeah, to me, I think this is going to be, like you said, both Wembanyama and Gobert are the main two. Obviously, we know that Wembanyama, leader in steals and blocks, or steals plus blocks as well, had multiple games, Jay, he had 10 blocks in a game this year, which is crazy. That's 7 games of at least 7 blocks, which is more than double of the next guy. I mean, Wembanyama came into the league, looked great. And the thing with Gobert is he's won 3 of these already, Jay. If he wins this one, that'll be, I believe, a record for him for 4. So ultimately, we know that when you like a big man in the NBA, that Wembanyama is up next. But you think Gobert is kind of the here and now. And I think that Gobert had a solid season overall. We know that he's more so just a guy who he's going to protect you under the rim, right? That if you go for layups, good luck. This guy is going to send it back, or he's going to deflect it or do something to where you're not going to be able to make that shot easy. Jay, he holds opponents to 48% shooting inside 6 feet, which is the lowest of any player in the league. So if you get it up there, he's going to knock it down more times than not. But when I look at Wembanyama, man, how could you not be impressed with just how well he's played?
Right.
With just the amount of impact he's had. Obviously, the team didn't do much, but as a player himself, how well he has done. So the thing I think they're going to go with, which I don't want them to, I want them to go with Wembanyama. However, I think the league, or whoever votes for this, I think they'll go with Gobert. And I think Rookie of the Year will just, I mean, is there even a discussion that needs to be had for Rookie of the Year, Jay? Is there even a need for us to go into it, for God's sake?
Hey, you know what is funny is it's like I don't know if you remember, this is what's kind of funny about Rookie of the Year this specific year.
Yeah, this year.
Not year, but this specific year. If you've ever watched Star Trek, there were 3 or 4 guys that would typically go down. It would be the 3 main characters, and then some guy you just never saw ever in your life. And that's kind of how it is. Yeah. The 3, it would be like Wembanyama and these other 3 guys that nobody cares about goes down to whatever planet, and Wembanyama is the only one that comes back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that's just the kind of guy that he is, you know? If you really want the numbers on it, they even give you more, I guess, backing or evidentiary support. You know, he's got, 21 points, 46% at the field, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists. Holmgren, which would be the next closest to for that award, is at 16.5 points, 53% field goal shooting, and 7 rebounds, 2 assists. And I will tell you, the one thing that sticks out in my mind that Holmgren does have over Wemby is that field goal percentage.
Right.
At 46 for Wemby and 53 for Holmgren. But I got to be honest with you, Logan. When you look at all the rest,
Wemby was taking a lot more shots, though.
Yeah, huh?
You got to think, though, Wembanyama was taking a lot more shots. Holmgren's not the number 1 guy on that team.
It's true. I'm just taking it at face value, regardless of how many shots he's done.
Oh, yeah, of course.
To me, the relevancy is he's got him in every statistical category with the exception of field goal percentage. But even that is truly not even that far.
Right there,
It's only a 7% difference. And 7% is not enough for me to give Holmgren Rookie of the Year, but clearly this is Wembanyama's category.
Yeah. Jay, I like that, and I'll give you some stats as well before we move on to the final award. And of course, we know that is going to be the most valuable player. When I see Wembanyama, and I found these stats here, Jay, he's the only rookie in NBA history to ever have averages of at least 21 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks. Never been done before. And Jay, he's also the only player in league history, doesn't matter if he's a rookie, only player to produce those while making at least 100 threes. Yeah. He's the second rookie to ever get 250 blocks and 80 steals. Only other person was the Admiral David Robinson.
Yeah.
I don't see how you don't give it to this guy. I don't see how it's not unanimous. Chet Holmgren, solid season. Brandon Miller, also the third candidate. He's in Charlotte. It's fine. But if this isn't unanimous, I don't know what would be.
And let me say one thing real quick, just about the San Antonio Spurs as a whole.
Go ahead.
I don't know how much luck a team can have in its life. I mean, I understand there's the Lakers and there's the Celtics.
Of course, yes.
I'm not trying to compare championships. I'm just trying to say, look at how many big men have gone through San Antonio, man. I mean, Robinson, Duncan, and now Wemby. I mean, I don't know how much more luck, Coach Pop can get. Damn.
He's doing something right. Something's right in the water, man. Either they're dominating.
Before you get on the MVP, I got a question for you, Logan.
Go ahead.
Do you think that Pop will delay his retirement to try to get another championship with Wemby?
I see Popovich in the same light I saw Bill Belichick. He'll work till they kick him out. So I think he's going to go for as long as he wants to.
Yeah, me too.
I think so. But as you mentioned, Jay, as we wrap up the show here with about 5 minutes or so, let's talk MVP. Your finalist for this season, of course, you've got the familiar favorite, the Joker, Nikola Jokic, out there in Denver. And then you've got Luka Doncic, Dallas Mavericks, as we know. And the newcomer, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Jay, it's MVP time, finally. I'll go first, and I'll let you give your spiel.
Absolutely.
I think that, obviously, all three of these gentlemen, tremendous seasons. There's a reason why all of these three are the main finalists for this award. When you look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he has had a knockdown year. He has developed Jay into the superstar that Oklahoma City has wanted him to be for many years now, and he's still at such a very young age. I think he's looked great. Luka Doncic, as we know, has been heralded as, the next guy up in the league for the Dallas Mavericks, the next great franchise leader. And we know that he has been special, and now we see that since he's in MVP voting now, he's finally eclipsed that. And then we get the guy, Jay, who's been here for many, many years, who we agree should have won last year. The Joker, Nikola Jokic, helping lead the Denver Nuggets once again to a good seed, to another playoff appearance throughout his tenure. For me, Jay, hats off to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, hats off to Luka Doncic, hats off to Nikola Jokic. I'm not going to give stats or anything like that. I'm just going to base it off what I've watched this year. For me, I got to give it back to Denver. I think that Jokic, once again, has proved that he is one of the best players in this league. I thought he should have won last year. We were talking about this time last year, saying there's no way he would lose. But we know Joel Embiid obviously got the win in that, but we felt otherwise. I think this year, I'm not saying it's unanimous. I think it's going to be a good race, but I will have to give it to Nikola Jokic, getting his MVP once again, bring it back home to Denver, and he'll probably look at it and then just go back to horse racing or whatever. So that's my that's my thoughts. Who do you have winning the MVP?
Like you said, hats off to all three of these guys. All three of these guys are just phenomenal numbers and playship. So, but yeah, Shai Alexander, 35-6, 53% from the field. Yeah. I mean, that's amazing. That is freaking amazing. But is it amazing enough? No, it's not. Shai, you made it into the conversation, but you just don't have enough in the back end to take over what you did in the front end to get this award. But again, Matt, and I will tell you, Logan, this is a very tough thing to say because there's a lot of people that I've talked to and I've seen and read comments on all over the internet and things like that and whatnot. And there's a lot of people that will tell you, look, Shai Alexander should get this award specifically because of, number one, where Oklahoma sits in the standings. Number two, the fact that he really doesn't have a whole lot of talent around him, almost to the point where they're implying that Oklahoma City is where they are because of Shai Alexander. I don't know if I agree with that, because I think Chet had something to do with that and a few other things. But I'm just trying to tell you, there's some things that the people are saying in these conversations that are saying that Shai Alexander got these bums to the number one seed, and why does he get the award? I don't think I agree with that. I see where they're coming from. I don't agree with it. Yep. But no, Shai, hey, congratulations for making the conversation. I just don't think it's your time yet. Luka, God, man, always,
he's always one step behind.
Always a bridesmaid, never the bride, and that's how Luka is. This guy's put up 33, 9, and 9. Damn near a triple-double. And when I say a triple-double, I'm at 9.2 on rebounds, 9.8 on assists. I mean, we're talking about very close to a triple-double season. Yeah. But always the bridesmaid, because the bride always Joker. He's giving you currently right now a double-double for the season at 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. Logan, if he gets
nearly a triple-double. Once again.
This is a triple-double year.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, folks. This man's shooting 58% from the field. Just so you know. Yeah. Just so you know. So if you don't think the Joker's the MVP, then you need to reevaluate your sports watching career. Everything that goes with that.
Jay? Well said, my friend. So that has been it. That has been our award predictions for the 2024 NBA regular season. Guys, thanks so much for checking us out. Once again, go follow us on social media, Facebook, X, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and also on LinkedIn. For Jay McLovin, I've been Logan Landers. Guys, enjoy your weekend. Go watch some basketball. We'll talk to you on another live episode.